Hey guys, your buddy Will here with Perfect Water Technologies. We're the folks who manufacture the Home Master product line. Today we'll be conducting the annual DIY filter change on our most powerful unit, and that's the Home Master Perfection Reverse Osmosis Water Filtration System. If you own a different Home Master RO system, don't worry. You can still use this filter change video as a guide, as all Home Master RO systems are similar in configuration. No matter which Home Master RO system you own, the filters are replaced annually for the best filtration possible. This blue canister here in the center, this is the membrane. It's also known as the membrane and housing and fittings assembled on our company website. It requires replacement every 3 to 5 years depending on water quality and usage. Now, if you order the annual filter change in conjunction with the membrane and housing and fittings assembled, it will come pre-assembled with brand new tubing for a plug and play installation. If you have any questions on what to order, please don't hesitate to give us a call Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Arizona time, and we'll be more than happy to help you with your order. On today's completion of the annual filter change, you want to take this time to clear away a workspace and clean the area under your sink. Once you've done so, go ahead and lay a towel under the system just like this. Please keep in mind that the annual filter change will come with step-by-step paper instructions. Additionally, we have a PDF version available for download right on our company website. First, locate and slowly close the easy adapter, also known as the feed water valve. If your system contains a UV filter like the Perfection, unplug the power supply. If not, skip this step. Next, locate and slowly close the valve on top of the storage tank. When closed, the valve will be perpendicular to the water line. Once you've closed the valve on top of the storage tank, it's now time to depressurize your system. To successfully depressurize your system, lock open the reverse osmosis faucet and allow the water to dispense until it no longer flows. You've successfully depressurized your system. Leave the RO faucet in the open position. We'll come back to this later. Slowly remove the filtration cluster from the mounting clips from the bottom up and lay it on the towel. As you can see, each of the filters has a flow direction arrow. Please take note of the flow direction before disconnecting it and only disconnect one filter at a time. A helpful tip: take a picture or video of the flow direction with your smartphone. First, we're going to replace the sediment filter. To release the tube from the filter, push down on the collet ring while simultaneously pulling the tube. Repeat this for the other end. Once you've done so, use a cutter to cut the end of the tube to give it a nice straight cut. Folks, if you're using scissors, please be sure that they are clean and sharp. If you find that the tube is getting short, please give us a call and we'll be more than happy to send you standard tubing at no cost. Now, it's time to replace the new filter. Go ahead and grab the end of the tube, push it into the sediment filter first, about a ½ inch, and repeat the same for the opposite end. Once you've done so, go ahead and pull back gently to ensure a snug fit. Next, we're going to replace the iron filter. The iron filter is used on the Ultra and the Perfection system. If you have the Artesian or the standard Home Master, this will be a 1/4 inch carbon. Folks, before replacing the filter, please take note of the flow direction. Okay? Again, push down on the collet ring, pull up on the tube, and do the same for the other end. Once you've done so, Go ahead and use your cutters and trim the end off the tube. Okay. Once you've done so, go ahead and put the filter back in its place and push the tube in on either side. Once completed, pull back gently to ensure a snug fit. Looking at the final filter, the Artesian filter appears upside down. It is not. In this application, the flow arrow should point down. With applications with a UV filter, the final filter points down, such as the Ultra model, in this model, the Hydra Perfection. On systems without a UV filter, such as the Standard or Artesian Full Contact, the final carbon filter or Artesian filter points up. Folks, this is a perfect example of why no matter which Home Master RO system you have, always take note of the flow direction of each filter before removing it. It's now time to replace the Artesian filter. Again, just as before, push down on the collet ring while simultaneously pulling out on the tube. Repeat the same for the opposite end. Okay? Once you've removed the tubes, go ahead and give the ends a nice clean cut, just as before. Remove the old filter and go ahead and replace it with the new. Be sure to match up the flow directions. In some cases, it may feel like a two-step process where you push it in and then you'll have to push it in just a bit more. Once you've done so, go ahead and pull back to ensure a snug fit. It's now time to service the UV filter. If you do not have one, skip this step. Before getting started, please ensure that you've disconnected the UV power supply so the light is not illuminated while replacing. Never ever power the light when exposed, as it can be harmful to your eyes. To remove the UV bulb from the filter housing, simply pull up as if you're pulling a carrot out of the ground. Please handle the glass bowl very carefully. If you break it, it can be sharp and be a hazard. Once you remove the light bulb, please discard it in accordance with your local and state guidelines. Go ahead and grab your new UV filter and very gently slide it back into the UV filter housing. Now that you've replaced the filters on your Home Master Hydra Perfection system, it's now time to remount the unit back into its cabinet mounting clips. The easiest way to do this, folks, is to go in at a 45-degree angle, get the top side in first, then the bottom. This will make things much easier. Once you've remounted the unit, connect the UV light to the power supply. Again, if your system does not contain a UV filter, skip this step. Once you have the unit remounted, it's now time to check for leaks and perform the fill and drain procedure. First, make sure the unit is dry. Double check to make sure all the valves are in the closed position. Once you've done so, then open the easy feed water valve or angle stop valve very slowly, as you always want to reintroduce water back into the system at a very slow pace. Opening it rapidly can damage the system components such as the automatic shutoff valve or ASV. Water should flow normally from your kitchen faucet, and you should hear water flowing through the system. A trickle of water should be present after 2 to 20 minutes. Some blacking of the water may be present due to loose carbon being flushed out. Then after the trickle runs clear, close the lever on the RO faucet and allow the system to pressurize. When the system is pressurized, it will shut off automatically. Folks, this is the most important step of the day, the leak check. Please tug on each tube gently. Don't try to rip it out. Simply tug on the tube to make sure that the teeth inside the collet ring have locked into the tube. Next, use a paper towel to gently touch the tubes where it meets the collet ring. Don't put any pressure on the collet ring. Just simply touch it with the paper towel this way so you can examine the paper towel and look for signs of water. Once you have confirmed there's no water, you'll want to examine each of the remaining fittings, including the ones that we have not touched today. Now I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step instructions on how to perform the fill and drain procedure. This procedure may last anywhere from 2 to 3 hours. The bulk of the time is allowing the tank to fill. Draining the tank typically takes anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes each time. If you have a full tank of water, you can use the water to flush the filters provided it has sufficient air pressure. If it does not, please review our tank pressurization video. First, close the easy adapter, also known as the feed water valve. Once closed, slowly open the tank valve. Flip up the RO faucet so it locks open and allow the water to flow out of the faucet until it comes to a complete stop. Once the water has come to a complete stop, slowly close the tank valve. Once closed, slowly open the feed water valve or easy adapter. Folks, very important. Please be sure that the tank valve is closed at this time, as you do not want loose carbon to make its way into the storage tank. Once you've opened the feed water valve, observe the trickle at the RO faucet. Close the lever on the RO faucet after the trickle runs clear and allow the system to pressurize. When the system is fully pressurized, it will automatically shut off. Once everything looks good, slowly open the tank valve and allow the tank to completely fill up. This process may take up to just about 3 hours, so please spend some time with your family and friends. The next couple steps are very easy, folks, so please don't overthink them. You simply want to fill and drain the storage tank twice. Let's begin. Once the tank is full of water, the system will automatically shut off. Once it does, close the feed water adapter or easy adapter. Once closed, lock open the reverse osmosis faucet and allow the water to flow until it comes to a complete stop. Folks, you'll want to complete this step at least twice. Please note some harmless fine air bubbles or gray tinted water may be present, as these things often accompany a new system installation or each time filters are indeed changed. Air becomes trapped inside tiny carbon pores and is released over time, not gallons. The more you use the system, the sooner it will dissipate. This is completely normal. You can confirm that they are air bubbles and not sediment by pouring a glass and observing the bubbles clear from the bottom up. After pouring a glass of water, allow a few seconds for the water to clear and enjoy. Open the easy feed water valve, or angle stop valve, very slowly, as you always want to reintroduce water back into the system at a very slow pace. Opening it rapidly can damage the system components such as the automatic shutoff valve, or ASV. So there you have it. You've successfully completed the annual Home Master filter change and fill and drain procedure. For more details and information regarding your Home Master Reverse Osmosis water filtration system, please visit us at www.homemasterfilters.com. We thank you so very much for watching. This is Will with Perfect Water Technologies, signing off.